So my first video on this got over 100,000 views with a couple of likes, so you know I'm legit. My comments were rolling in with people's appreciation for the video, but some people had difficulty setting up the steering wheel on GTA 5. So in this video, I'm going to be doing a step-by-step tutorial on how to get this thing working, whilst also addressing some of the problems that people have been commenting about on my last video. So first things first, what you want to do off the bat is to download drivers, any softwares that you need for your steering wheel. For my steering wheel, the Logitech G29, I need the Logitech G Hub. So if you've got a G29 as well, then this is all you need to do. You need to go onto this website, go on to support, then go on to download, and then this is the download right here, the Logitech G Hub. I'll leave the link to this page in the description below, so it's easier for you guys. Just download that. I'm not going to go through the installation because it's pretty easy and not everyone's got the same steering wheel, so it's just going to be long for them. But it's a pretty easy installation. Just follow that and you're good to go. Once you've done that, this is the mod that we're after. This is a mod that will allow you to use your steering wheel on GTA 5. Along with this, you also need ScriptHook V, which is this. I'll leave a link to both of these in the description below, of course. Hit the download here for ScriptHook V, download that, and also on manual transmission mod, download button is here. Just click on both, download them, put them on your desktop or something, and let's go. So once you've downloaded both of them, I'll put mine on my desktop here. This is the manual this is the manual transmission. This is ScriptHook V. Now what you want to do is locate your GTA 5 main folder. If you're on Steam, a good way to do that is to open up Steam, right click on Grand Theft Auto 5, Properties, Local Files, and Browse Local Files. Click on that and this is your folder. Now if this is your first time installing any mods and you want to get back online afterwards, because you don't want to be going online after installing these mods because Rockstar might detect something and then ban you. So even though it's only a single player mod, I don't know, they do things. So what you want to do is, if this is your first time and you do want to get back online, what I'd recommend you do is, this is what I've done at least, is make a copy. So if you go back into the common folder, make a copy of your GTA folder. So this is my copy. I've named it GTA 5 Original. So if you ever want to go back to playing online, all you have to do is switch the names around. So this is my original folder. What I'd really do is rename that and do like mod, and then make this the original, make this the game that Steam runs off. So this would now be, this is the folder that's got no mods on it. It's completely clean vanilla. And you're good to go. But I'm going to change this back now because we're installing a mod. Also, this does mean you need to have like a lot of space as well. I think, what is it, like 60 gigs? Let's find out how big it is. Oh, okay, you need 118 gigs of spare space. So let's just say 120 gigs. So you need an extra 120 gigs if you don't have it already. So this is your folder. This is the folder that you're going to be messing around with. You can see that I have mods and script. Don't worry about that. That's for other mods. You don't need it for this. Close this and minimize this folder. Close this. These are the two folders. Get WinRAR. WinRAR will make this easier. So what you're going to do now is open up the manual transmission mod, and all you want to do is All you want to do is click on this manual transmission folder and this Gears ASI folder, right click, copy files to clipboard, and paste them in that folder we had just opened. Here we are, both of them pasted in. If this is the manual, you don't have to mess with any of these, but if you have a non-US or non-UK keyboard, there's a high likelihood that you may not be able to open the menu with the default key. So what you want to do is change that key. So what you can do is open up the keyboard keys text here, bring this over here, and if we scroll right down to the bottom, we can see a series of input keys. As you can see on the right here, all of these are for US. This is the default key, this one right here. This is what you use to open up the menu, but a lot of people will not have this on their keyboard. So what you want to do is change it to any one of these if you don't have a non-US keyboard. And in order to do that, all you have to do is say we want to use the full stop, right? This is for any country, so all you got to do is copy this, copy that right there, copy. You can close this now, go into the settings menu, right click, edit, and then up here, menu key, we want to replace that like that, and then file, save. And then once you get into the menu, all you have to do is hit the full stop key on your keyboard and it should open up the menu. Now I'm not going to do that. I'm going to change it back because I have the UK keyboard, so it should work fine. So I'm going to change it back quickly. Save, close that, close that. So that's it. Don't have to mess with anything else. And then what you want to do is close this WinRAR folder, minimize your GTA folder, and then open up Scripthook V, open up bin. All you really need from this folder are these two files. If you already have a trainer installed, if you don't know what a trainer is, then you might as well install all three. I myself have the enhanced native trainer, which I'll also leave in the description below. So I don't need this folder, I don't need this file, the middle file right here. So all I need is dinput8.dll and scripthookv.dll. Right click, copy files to clipboard, go back to your GTA folder and paste that in there. Alright, it's telling me to replace because I already have it in there, so I'm just going to replace the files. You won't get that, it'll just paste. Once you've done that, you're actually good to go. You've done everything you need to do on this end. Next thing to do is actually load up the game. So before I load up the game, what you might get, if you once you hit play and play GTA 5, what you might get is an error like this. If you do get that, don't worry, all it means is that GTA 5 has recently updated, and since we're using Scripthook V, that also has not updated to the latest version of GTA 5. You have two options there. You can either wait for an update from Scripthook V, so that usually, I think that can take about a week, or you can roll back GTA to the previous update. To do that, all you need to do is install. So I'm going to cancel this now. If you do get that error, all you need to do, find a previous updated GTA 5.exe. So I've got my old one here. Well, this is the current working one. So if yours doesn't work, you could try rolling back to this one. I'll leave it in the description below. So all you need are these three files. Ignore that. But all you need are these three. To know which version of GTA you're running, you just have to right click on the GTA 5.exe, properties, details, and that's the version. This is the current working version for GTA 5. Now in the future, I don't know, depending on when you're watching this video, GTA 5 may have updated a couple of times, so it may not be your best bet to use this file, but maybe a newer one. Depending on when you're watching this, you just might have better luck with a newer one. So if for some reason you want to roll back, all you got to do is make sure you have all of these from the previous version. So the first one you want to copy over is the update.rpf. Copy that, paste that into your update folder. I'm just going to replace it here. And you also want to paste it into your mods update folder right here. Paste that in there. And then that's one of the files sorted. The next two you want to copy are GTA 5.exe and GTA 5 launcher. So copy that and then paste that into this main folder right here. Replace files, and that should have rolled back your GTA 5 version. Now let's launch GTA 5. Right, load into story mode. Alright, let's get this wheel out. Now I'm going to assume you know how to connect all of these up. Yeah, the wheel to the pedal, the shifter to the wheel, because that's, if you don't know how to do that, you probably shouldn't be doing this. Okay, so once you've installed the mod, right, you could plug your steering wheel in, or you could plug it in after you loaded the game, but actually might be better off plugging it beforehand. So plug it in beforehand. Here it is. I'm just going to plug it in now. It probably work fine, to be fair. Remember to power it on, and it should spin if it's this steering wheel. Okay, so next thing, you're out here, you're in your game save, and you press the key that you assigned. If you didn't assign anything, then it's the default key. Hit that, it should load up. All good, everything is there. What you want to do, right, it says active input is keyboard right now, but if you hit one of the pedals, alright, it says active input is keyboard right now, but what it might say over there is that your steering wheel is not configured. But even if it doesn't say that, it's fine, because we'll go configure it anyway. So once you've loaded all of this up, hit the menu, scroll down to the menu, go to steering wheel, then go down to analog input setup. This is where you configure the steering wheel itself, calibrate it essentially. Configure steering. It says press right to clear axis. We don't want to do that. Press right, by the way, means the right arrow on your keyboard. I have seen quite a few comments that did not get that. So it's the right arrow on your keyboard, but we don't have to do that because we're just setting this up. Now if we just move it slightly, it doesn't move, what the f. So we go to configure steering, and it says steer right to register axis. So we're going to steer all the way to the right. Alright, so what you actually want to do is make sure you plug in the steering wheel before you load up the game. That's why it didn't work for me. So we try it now. We can now see Logitech G29 Driving Force Racing wheel, probably. We go there, we now go down to steering wheel, go down to analog input setup, and then go into configure steering. Hit that, and then it's going to tell you to steer right to register axis. So we steer all the way to the, alright, you're going to have to do it faster than that, so do it again, and just steer all the way to the right. You should be good. And then we want to configure the throttle, hit that, press the accelerator pedal all the way down, release, that's done. Configure brake, do the same for the brake, hit it all the way down, and then release. And if you're going to use the manual, the stick shift, then do the same with the clutch. So clutch all the way down, release. Now you can also configure the handbrake as well if you want, or not, you can leave that. But the next one you want to do is go into the button input setup, and if you want to use the shifter paddles, then you want to assign them. So assign shift up, hit shift up, assign shift down, hit shift down. And then there's other things where you can assign the indicator. A lot of people were asking about the indicators, so this is how I did it. So you just keep going down until it says indicator left and right. So hit indicator left, choose a button, hit left, indicator right, choose a button, hit right. Sorted. Just like that, you can do any other buttons that you feel like doing. So somebody did ask about having Franklin's ability assigned to one of the buttons on the steering wheel. Now you can do that. All you have to do is go up to set up wheel to key, hit that, choose a button that you want to use for Franklin's ability on the steering wheel. So I'm just going to select a button here, hit it, and then choose a button on the keyboard to match that. So Franklin's ability on the keyboard is the caps lock key, so I'm going to hit caps lock, and then there we go, that's also set up. Now if you actually want to use the stick shift, the shifter here, first thing you want to do is change the gearbox to H pattern. That's what this is, because it's kind of like a H even though it's not, but whatever. So you want to go down to steering wheel once again, keep going down to H pattern shifter setup. That's how you set up this. Hit that, and then it's going to tell you to shift into reverse, so it knows which one's reverse. So on this one you got to press it down all the way to the right and then down. That's reverse. Now it's telling me to shift into first gear, go all the way to the left, up, down to second, down, up to third, fourth, now it's asking fifth and sixth. This shifter only goes up to 6 gears, so we're going to leave it there. It says to press right to skip the gear, so we're going to press the right arrow. 8 as well, don't have 8 or 9 or 10. Shifter is now set up. We're good. You can also mess around with the force feedback settings. As I mentioned in my previous video, I have optimized this a little bit, so I'm going to leave my configuration file, as someone asked, in the description. So if you want to paste that in, you can go and do that. All you do is go into the manual transmission folder and replace the settings file. I can't remember what it's called. I'll leave it on screen right now. So that's all here. You can mess around with some of these settings if for some reason your steering wheel is too light or too stiff. Go back, and then now we should actually be able to just drive. So we're gonna back out of this by pressing the same button that you opened it with. Get into a car, get into the cockpit view, and then just hit your pedal. Just hit your pedal, your throttle pedal, and that will just activate the steering wheel basically. We turn right, turn left, it's all working. If we go into first gear, use the clutch to move off, we are off. So there you go. That's how you set it up. It's not too difficult, or it's one of the easiest mods to set up. It's much easier than getting a car, and to be fair, a car isn't even that difficult, so imagine how easy this is. That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This was an updated video to my old one. Hopefully I addressed some of the questions that you might have had. If there's any more, put them down in the comment section below and I'll see what I can do. Don't forget to like the video if this helped or if you enjoyed it. Subscribe, because there are a few more videos that I've set up with this steering wheel that's going to be coming up. I hope you guys enjoyed the video.